There's a lot of hate about now.
Which I hate.
What are you doing to make sure everyone feels safe and welcome in London? Look, there is, I'm afraid, across the globe, a rise of nativist populist movements.
Oh dear, so the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, is afraid. He's afraid of abstract concepts like populism and nativism for some reason.
I'm afraid.
Now, I understand why a politician, especially a politician like Sadiq Khan, would be afraid of populism. Populism is the vague, nice-sounding statements, the empty promises that they have neither the means nor the remotest intention of keeping once they're in power, that they make to the fickle, emotional, low IQ electorate. And then, of course, populism is the term that they use to stigmatize those very promises when people are saying, why aren't you doing the will of the public? Why aren't you doing all the things you said you did? Well, that would be populism, of course. Oh, you're crazy. What do you want me to do? Just whatever. Mob rule. What you want, you don't know what you want, right? I understand why politicians are naturally afraid of populism.
I'm afraid.
Nativism, though? I thought nativism was all the rage amongst you do-gooding lefties, like Sadi Khan. It certainly seems to be when you travel around the rest of the world, whether you're visiting the Mayan pyramids in Chichen Itza or the Inca temples in Machu Picchu, right? It's a regular celebration of their savagery. However, when it's Westminster Abbey...
Westminster Abbey. Oh dear.
Well then I guess Allahu Akbar, right?
Allahu Akbar, Allah.
Who's Daniel Boland? Oh, Daniel Boland, this is a heavy hitter. Do you guys know who this is?
People who try and win votes by dividing communities, by dividing old from young, black from white, Muslims from Jewish people, and so forth. And I think in London, one of our biggest strengths is our diversity. It's a source for me of pride, not of embarrassment. It makes us richer, not poorer, stronger, not weaker.
That's right. Very well said, Mr. Khan. Diversity is inherently good. It is our greatest strength. It's a source of pride, not embarrassment. It's making us richer, not poorer. And it is making us stronger, not weaker. All said, I have to say, with the same enthusiasm and passion as a stewardess reading the pre-flight safety instructions in her second language. Look, I grew up in England in the 1990s, and basically diversity was just whatever, you know? We're all equal kind of thing. That was the vibe back then, all right? But it kind of feels like our leaders, like Sadiq Khan, are preempting us, sort of looking around and going, is all this diversity maybe making us weaker? And they're preempting it and going, no. In fact, quite au contraire, it's making us stronger. How is it making us? Because it is. It's making us richer, not poorer. Don't think that you're poor. Don't correlate. There's nothing to do. No. All right? We're getting richer every day. It's a source of pride, not embarrassment. Who said I was embarrassed? You shouldn't be. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. People aren't coming to London and going, what the fuck happened? It's not. It's pride. You should feel pride. It's our greatest strength. I didn't say it. Well, it is. It's our greatest strength. You know, it's not our greatest weakness. It is not, by any means, our Achilles heel.
But we can't assume we're all going to get on really well. So we've got to make an effort to make sure we build bridges and not walls. So
don't you love it when people speak figuratively and, what they're saying is so vague and so inane that it's almost meaningless to them. You know, they catch themselves.
Bridges and not walls. So
the eyes start to glaze over and they start to look beyond the camera. Yeah, I think we need to build bridges, not walls. Shows that they're really thinking about what they're saying, and it really matters to them, and that they respect the listener.
We build bridges and not walls. So we've invested from City Hall in making sure we go into schools to bust those myths and prejudices about certain communities, to work with community groups, to build resilience and stoicism, to make sure young people can't be radicalised by charismatic people of hate.
Well, that's fantastic news that Shere Khan and all of his tigresses are going into the schools of every London borough to turn all the little Mohammeds into regular Marcus Aureliuses with their courses, their crash courses in stoicism and myth busting. God forbid, lest they be led astray by some person of hate, as he says. I guess, like Andrew Tate or the Penguin or something. We will snatch them!
People of hate, to build that resilience that we need in our communities. At the same time, we've got a great campaign called Loved and Wanted. So everyone in London, whatever your background, whatever your ethnicity, whatever your religion, whatever your sexual orientation, you know that in this great city of ours, you're not just tolerated, you're respected, you're embraced, and you're celebrated.
That is a heartwarming message. It warms your cockles, doesn't it? You Londoners. No matter how much of a queer fish you are, this particular Khan has no desire to send you back to your particular man village. You don't have to set his tail on fire, Mowgli. All right? You're going to be tolerated, nay, respected, nay, embraced, celebrated, right? Once again, I'm put in mind of the lovely young Italian stewardess droning her way through the life jacket manual. Pullona di toggle. What does he even mean? What's he talking about? Why would one ever want to celebrate other people's immutable characteristics? I wouldn't want to celebrate my own, let alone other people's belief systems or sexual orientation, God forbid.
If I wasn't this colour skin, if I wasn't practicing Muslim, he would not come for me. He wasn't coming for me because I'm 5'6", right? He's come for me because of, let's be frank, my ethnicity and my religion, so it's incredibly personal.
Oh boy, Sadik's taken his victimhood to the High Performance podcast. Do you know the High Performance podcast? They perform very highly there. 3.9k views on a 4-day-old interview with John Legend, eh? Despite all their cameras and setup and studio and stuff, more like high production costs. See, you're always reproaching me in the comments, aren't you, all of you? Because I don't have any fancy stuff like proper lighting or a microphone. But you know what? I'd sooner be a diamond in the rough than a polished turd like High Performance Podcast. Wow, that was actually pretty profound. Maybe I should be going into all of these schools and teaching little Ahmed about stoicism and shit.
What worries me, though, is not about me and my family. What worries me is the fact that he's the leader of the free world.
I love it when people say that. It's not me. I can take it. I can take the personal insults. It's the free world I'm worried about. What happens to the free world as we know it if somebody says something bad about Sadiq Khan? Right, I'm going to start using that. Now, if my wife says, hey, I told you to do that thing, I told you to take the bins out, I'm going to say, hey, I can take you reminding me to do stuff all the time, okay? I understand you're angry, but it's the kids I'm worried about. They're going to hear you yapping away, and, God knows what they're going to think. America's like a lighthouse. They can be somebody that's a source of good, ripples of hope and love, but also ripples of hate. Ah, yes. Just like a lighthouse, America can emit ripples of love, but also of hate. What lighthouses have you been visiting, knobhead? That metaphor doesn't work. It doesn't emit any love and hate. What? It doesn't even emit ripples. It's stationary. It's like a big block of cement in the middle of the sea.
Ripples of hope and love, but also ripples of hate. So, the fact that I was speaking out against somebody whose policies were sexist, homophobic, Islamophobic, racist.
Yeah, but what was bad about the policies? No, I'm kidding. All right, let's see if Sadiq Khan has any redeeming qualities. Are there any points on which we might agree? You know, say like when a load of children get killed.
The reason why we're here, frankly speaking, is that 3 children, 3 girls, were murdered in Southport, and we're having our thoughts and prayers for 3 children and their grieving families.
Well, okay, all right. I've got to say, that's a relief. You know, despite this channel being all about negativity, as you say, all of you, all the time, when I think I'm just having a lovely time, I do want to see the good in people. Okay, I'm easily disarmed, and I'm glad that despite his fiendish, rodent-like exterior and his frankly psychotic virtue-signalling demeanour, he does have an ounce of humanity in him. You know, he knows when to drop his ideology, put it to one side. Oh, hang on, he's still going. Let's see what he has to say.
Additionally, 10 other people were injured, 8 of them children, 2 adults, many of them very seriously. Unfortunately, some mischief makers use this tragedy to spread hatred across our country, and we know Muslims have been targeted.
Well, I can't say my friend's name, but he said his biggest fear is that ISIS or some terrorist group like that would get a hold of a dirty bomb and explode it over a major city within the United States and kill tens of millions of people. Because then the blowback against innocent Muslims would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's horrific.
That's true.
All right, let's do some jokes.
There is no room in our city for racism, for Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and for any forms of hatred.
Yeah, that's right. There's no room at the inn, guys. You take your racism and Islamophobia somewhere else, because London is full. What with the soaring levels of violent crime, well, soaring levels of any kind of crime you care to imagine, despite Sadiq Khan's relentless efforts to fight all of these problems by almost doubling his special levy since entering office.
But here's the really important point of my short remarks. Yes, we celebrate our diversity, and in Islam, we are a very, very diverse religion. But there are some people who think diversity is not a strength and is a weakness. They think diversity shouldn't be celebrated, it should be denigrated. They try and pit Muslims versus Hindus. They try and pit those from London versus those from other parts of the country. They try and pit those who are older versus those who are younger.
Who's organising these clandestine old versus young, Hindu versus Sikh cockfights? Tommy Robinson?
And as the general election approaches, they will try and make these culture wars bigger and bigger. And we've got to say no. We've got to say we're going to build bridges and we're not going to build walls. We've got to show them that Islam celebrates diversity and we celebrate our brothers and sisters, whether they're Muslims or they are non-Muslims.
I mean, Javier Bardem does it better than me, but you get the idea. Am I right? Yes, the religion of diversity. I thought it was the religion of peace. Anyway, look, it's all very well talking about building bridges and stopping the culture war. But the only thing you talk about is diversity and people's differences. And, you know, it's almost as though you don't have any real ideas. You know, here's a wild idea. Try to make London more prosperous and safer and give people a unified vision of what we want. You know, not all diverse and crazy and parallel societies and, oh, we speak 1,000 languages in London. No, It's the capital of England. Alright, I don't care. This guy's just a dweeb and I've never really made a whole video about him before, and now I have. I've blown off some steam. And I hope you enjoyed some of it. I don't know, I think we had a lovely time. Did you have a lovely time? Let me know in the comments. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed anything that's been discussed today. What else? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and yeah, follow me on X, follow me on Instagram, join my Patreon if you want to help out with the channel any further and get some access to some exclusive videos on there. And I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye.
You filming?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, run it up.
Come on.
Wait, babe.
What do you fucking want, Dean?
Wait, look. I bought you a fucking vape, innit?
I can't vape, I'm pregnant.
Oh, mate, just fucking open it, you're scared.
You're actually so jarring.
Hey, big up JB Roofing, free up Carl, free up Tommy doing a 5-step, done nothing wrong.
Why is there a fucking ring in my vape?
Because I want you to fucking marry me,
What
bitch.
the fuck?
Come on, just marry me, innit?
I can't get married, I got my nail tech qualification.
Bun that, babe, bun that. I'll make the bread, innit?
You're unemployed, Dean.
Allow it, bruv. I'm moving silence, fam. I'm moving in fucking silence, fam. So what, do you want to marry me or what?
Whatever.
Come on! Come on! Fucking prick. Big up. You already know it.